Jay here for Scotty and Marty. We've got no Scotty today. He's out busy because he's far too busy for this channel. But don't worry, he'll be back soon. Anyway, this is a special podcast. And joining us yet again is Kate from the Booth Centre. Good to see you. Are you okay? Because you was a bit like, I don't know, not nervous last time because you was great. But afterwards you kept saying, was that okay? Was that okay? And I was like, yeah, it was great.
I was terrified last time. I think the first 5 minutes, I had no saliva at all.
Really?
Yeah, because we were just talking and then suddenly there's men over there doing what they do and there were cameras on us, so yeah.
Don't worry about the men over there. They're busy working on Stretford Paddock stuff probably, or just their own stuff. There's loads happening at the Booth Centre. First of all,
Always.
I think it's, congratulations are in order. Yeah?
Yeah, we're thrilled, yeah, we smashed it. Shout out to Mads, running the social media aspect of the campaign and much more. So we've just reached our target for the Big Give Christmas Challenge.
Right.
So the target's 50 grand. Should I explain it a little bit? Is it
you can, but when I said congratulations, I meant to me.
All right.
Because me and Scotty raised 750 quid for the sleep out. That's what I was on about.
All right.
So,
yeah, let's go back to that.
You 50 grand.
Yeah.
No one cares about that.
Fair
What
dues.
about the 750 quid me and Scotty did for sleeping out?
Yeah. That was amazing.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I was getting at. But
was
sorry, no,
amazing.
let's talk about your 50 grand. Go on, because that's almost as important.
We've got you signed up for next year too, yeah?
Yeah, okay. I did annoy Scotty over snoring. He was amazed because we've got a documentary out, by the way, that we're going to put up on the channel. Or not out yet, we're going to put it up on the channel. But we went outside to get our heads down. He turned to talk to me, and I was already snoring. I sleep anywhere, me. I was like, as soon as my head hit that pillow, when I say pillow, my shoes, because that's what I was leaning on, I was gone. I was out for the count.
And have you seen the photos that the team took of you when you were sleeping?
No, I haven't. I took some nice photos of myself that were scaring the kids when they saw them. But no, I haven't seen. The team got some photos of me.
Yeah, they have, and I wouldn't call them nice.
No.
But yeah, I'll get them to you so you can use them.
They'll keep the kids away from the fireplace. No, but you've raised 50 grand. And how many days have you done this, by the way?
In 2 days.
This is ridiculous. Because I've been all over the gaff and I'm trying to keep up with everything that's going on in our group chats. And I'm seeing the messages about the raising the money and I'm like, right, I need to get on this. And before I know it, you've already smashed the target.
Yeah, it's been extraordinary, really. And particularly on the back of the sleep out. So the sleep out happened on the 22nd, as you know, you were there. And what are we now? It started on Tuesday. I don't know what day it is.
December the 5th.
Early December.
Yeah, 6th, whatever.
So we were worried that they were too close together. And that people were going to go, what are they asking for again now? But I think in some way we sort of never went out of people's sort of view, you know, on social media. So it kept it kind of live for people. And we've just had great support. So we've hit the 50 grand, which is brilliant. So that means
That's ridiculous, isn't it? Come on.
It's so
Let's
good.
give a round of applause to you. Well done to you. Well done to Mads. Well done to the team. Because we know that it's not easy getting money at the minute. Everyone's, going through a lot of stuff. But it shows the great work you guys do and how much it sort of affects people and how willing people are to help out as well.
It never fails to surprise me, really, because, yes, I'm obviously biased. I think we do brilliant work. The frontline team are, you know them, they're astonishingly good, really experienced, really authentic, really care people, and they do that day in, day out. And currently we're seeing numbers around 100, 120, some days 150 people in the centre, which throughout the morning, that's a lot of people and a lot of issues and a lot of concerns that they need to deal with day in, day out. But beyond that, the support from the public has been massive, and also our corporate partners. So we've got loads of corporate partners, and they've all helped in some way, either with the sleep out or with the Big Give. And our trustees, you guys have done loads.
I know. Say you guys, because I'm a trustee at the Booth Centre, because I went in there once asking for directions. That was my story. I know you remember.
Yeah.
I was filming nearby. My phone had died. Yeah, that'll teach me to ask for directions in the Booth Centre. And my phone died, and I was like, where am I? Where am I going? I knew the street where I was going, but I didn't know where it was. Went into the Booth Centre. I didn't even know what I vaguely remembered the Booth Centre. Went in there, saw Jace, who we all know, and me and him know each other. And I was like, I told him what was happening. He gave me like a little map, printed off a map for me. And then we were messaging each other, and he's like, can you give us a shout out on your podcast? Can you share this link on your socials? Because he knew I had a little bit of a following. And then we did some stuff over Christmas last year, do you remember?
Yeah.
Because I told...
A film.
We did a little film, didn't we?
Yeah,
because I, sort of suggested to some of the chaps that work here that maybe we could help out and do a bit of filming. And then we edited it, got it out there, and then you were like, "That's so amazing! Can I have a chat with you? Do you want to be a trustee?"
Yeah, and the rest is history.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. I feel privileged to do it, and the work you guys do is amazing. And we were chatting to Paul Dennett. It was at the Sleep Out, and he was saying, thing with the Booth Centre, he couldn't say enough good things about it. He said, in an ideal world, you wouldn't need somewhere like the Booth Centre, but you do.
For sure.
You do need the Booth Centre, and the work they do is fantastic. And you know, he spoke about all the different parts to it, and I've seen it firsthand because when I first went to the Booth Centre, so obviously there's people there that are getting something to eat and, you know, getting a bit of advice, whatever. But then there's people getting help with their asylum status if they're seeking asylum. There's people getting help with benefits. There's people getting legal help if they need that. There's people doing arts and crafts. They're watching films. The football match we had is genuinely one of my favourite days ever. That absolutely amazing. We was for those who don't know, we had a game, didn't we, at FC United's ground, and it was a sort of rest of the world versus the Booth Centre. Yeah, I think the score finished about 8-8, didn't it?
Yeah. How long's a football match? 90 minutes?
90 minutes.
I think this was this 2 hours maybe?
It was, well, the ref, right, if you listen to the commentary, I kept saying, this could be the last kick of the game because it was like, we were getting on, but it was 8-7 and the ref knew this, understood the assignment, kept playing until they got that equaliser and then blew up. So it was just, a great day, and the people involved, that you could see the emotion they were feeling.
And I'm dead proud of that because we built that in 6 weeks, as you know. So we went to FC United and we're asking about dates. You know how conversant I am with football. With the footy ball. But everybody at the centre's dead passionate about it. And we went to them and they said, you can, but this is the date we've got left for you this year, for the whole year. So it was either do it then in the 6 weeks or don't do it. Right. So I think we built something pretty good considering.
You did amazing because the cynic in me when you told me was like, I don't want to be a naysayer, especially for UK, because I know what you like, you get things done. And I was thinking, 6 weeks.
Because you were doing your...
We were doing the Len Johnson one for the statue. We plan that, like, we do it every year. We'll do it every year. I've been involved in it for the last 2 years. So as soon as one finishes, we start planning the next one. So it's literally like a 12-month plan that goes into it. And you guys give yourself 6 weeks. And you absolutely smashed it. We had people helping out, giving out free haircuts. There was music, there was food, there was obviously, you know, the kits and everything. It was a proper game, and the referee and everything, and the
little minibus we got to get.
The minibus, going back on the minibus singing Champione. It's been a while since I sang that as a United fan, but it was great, and everyone loved it. I'm looking forward to the next one. Do we have a date for that yet, or is that in the planning stages at the minute?
Still planning. We've not confirmed a date yet, but now that the Sleep Out has happened and the Big Give has happened, Christmas is upon us, and then that'll be all sort of focus on the football for next year. And we want to make it really big because we're 30 next year, again, as you know. 30th anniversary of the Booth Centre. And we're going to do some kind of celebration every month, some kind of story about the Booth Centre in our community. Like in June, every year, the first week of June is Volunteers Week. Okay. And as you know, we couldn't do it without our volunteers.
Amazing people.
Whether they're trustees or whether they're people in the centre, people who came to the cathedral and spoke, got up there, the way Lordy and Patrick and Claire were up there telling their stories. I couldn't have done that. They were brilliant. And then we've got our community volunteers, so people who come in from, you know, they have their sort of lives separate from the centre, but they come in and give their time as well. So we really want to celebrate that. And we're hoping, June might be good. We're hoping that we might get some football days offered for us around June, and then we could hang it around the volunteers thing. But some big celebration next year. And we've spoken to a couple of our corporate partners about potential sponsorship again. Yeah. Because I'd really like to elevate it for the gang this year as well. Because like we said, 6 weeks got us that. If we could plan it for 6 months, we could really make something special for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, onwards and upwards, you did a great job, and we can try and raise the bar, I think, for the next one. You're giving yourself a little bit more time. Yeah. And I know I've spoken to a few people who are keen to get involved, and they've seen some of the footage that we shared and how great it was. And the cause is, you know, you don't get much more worthwhile. I know you've hit your target, 50k, but there's still opportunities for people who want to donate and get involved. What would you say to people who are like, love the booth centre, love what we've seen, love what you guys are doing. How can I help out? How can I get involved? How can I support it?
People can contact us, they can go to the website, they can come in. We've got an open door, and that means for everybody. So if anybody's ever passing the booth centre, they can literally just pop in, as you did, for directions, and
Be careful.
who knows
pop
what
in.
will come. But the website's the place to go, or I can give you contact
We'll
details.
put a link as well in the description. Speaking of Christmas Day, Scotty, he's going down there, and he told me, good luck with that. Are you sure? Letting him in there, Christmas.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. We've got an open door. We don't
that's it. You can't say no to him, can you?
Scotty,
even if he wants to come in and do some poetry or whatever it is he'll be doing, a bit of book reading or whatever.
He'll be very welcome. Christmas Day is lovely because obviously without people coming to the centre on Christmas Day, those people in the space on that day generally would be at home without anything. If they're in home, or they might be still on the streets. Insane for us to try and sort of contemplate a home with our own families. So what we're trying to create, and we don't just do it on Christmas Day, we do it all the time, but certainly in the build up to Christmas, we really try to create it's trying to get that balance between people having a Christmas experience without people then feeling that that's really lovely and special, and then I go away to something that's possibly not as lovely and special. So there's sort of balance to be found. But in the build up to Christmas, we have our corporate partners are brilliant, and the public are brilliant. We have people bringing presents in. We like to make sure that everybody gets a present on Christmas Day. Our kitchen, which is absolutely amazing, and Claire and the volunteer team there are just brilliant, and they provide food for people, a Christmas meal, a proper 3-course Christmas meal in every day in the Christmas week, in the build up to Christmas, or the week prior maybe, and then on Christmas Day we have a meal for everybody as well. Everybody gets a taxi home, because if they need one, because there's no public transport, and they leave with a present as well. But what we create on the Christmas Day as well is lots of different spaces. So we might give Scotty just a corner somewhere over there for his spoken word poetry. It's popular, but it's a niche.
It's niche, it's selective, a nice little corner, out of the way. Do you know what I mean?
And then we usually have some Christmas films playing upstairs. People.
Is Die Hard? Do you think Die Hard's a Christmas film?
Well,
that's the big debate in it on Christmas.
I really feel like whatever Bruce said is what I'm going to say.
That's a good philosophy to have in life. Yeah. What's your favourite Christmas film?
Elf.
Elf's funny.
I love it.
Bloody Elf,
and the older I get, the more I like it.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one, that, because you can watch it with the kids. It's one of them films, Christmas films I can watch with kids, and I like it and they'll like it. Yeah, it's a good. Is that going to be on?
At the centre, the people in the centre will choose. They'll select what they want.
You know what I mean? You can't be sway around and come down there and.
We're a democracy. Doesn't work like that.
I don't want to come down there. We end up with It's a Wonderful Life or something like that.
I would think Elf will be on.
Right, okay.
I would think it will feature at some point. I don't know if you remember Jenny, who used to work with us. Jenny loved Elf, and she had a picture. I gave her a little picture of Elf in August, and she had it on her laptop for every day, just there for her to look at. So it'll be a great day. It'll be really good for everybody. And then Christmas done, and into the new year, it's sort of back to business. Because throughout all of that, as we're all aware, then people's situations remain the same. People are still struggling. But just to go back to about the sleep out that you're talking about, first of all, it is amazing, isn't it? You've experienced it yourself now. Yeah. It's amazing to think that people can be at home having their lovely Friday night as whatever it would be, with the family or friends or out on the town, whatever. But instead they chose to come down to us. And yes, it was a great night. We had music, we had a drumming circle, we had philosophy with Richard, which was wonderful. We had Julie Esmondalt comparing the whole thing.
She's fantastic, isn't she?
It's such a relief to me.
Yeah, when I was a reporter, I remember covering a few events that Julie was at, and she's one of
she's
the good ones.
So, and she knows how to measure it all. I know that's what she does for a living, but she makes it look like it isn't what she does for a living. She's just dead natural at it. But it's such a relief to me. She came in and I was sort of going through the running order with her, and she said, "Who's doing that?" And I was like, "Me." She's like, "Who's doing that?" I was like, "Me." She said, "Do you want me to do all?" Before she finished the sentence, I was like, "Yes, I do."
You want me to? I love it when you said no. No. I'll do this, thank you. No. You might get a bit nervous. Leave it to me.
Yeah.
So that's a bit.
I'd have just been really dry and introducing people, but she really elevated it,
wonderful.
I think, didn't she? And then Paul Dennett doing the keynote speak. Of course, Andy Burnham opened up proceedings, and loads of friends of the Booth Centre were there. So John Ryan, another great friend of the Booth Centre, used to be a boss of mine years ago. He was there. He runs shelter across Manchester and is really passionate about homelessness and ending homelessness. Should get John on sometime. He'd be a great...
We don't need to ask him twice. Don't you worry about that.
Guest.
Put us in touch. We'll get him on here, because this is obviously a subject that's close to our heart, as you know. It is an issue that affects lots of places, but Manchester in particular. And the work you guys are doing is phenomenal, and the more we can do to support and help out is great. What if someone wanted to come down and help out? Is that an option? Is there any sort of, in terms of ages and stuff like that, do you have a sort of, how old you have to be if you wanted to come down? Like?
Well, at events like the Sleep Out, we're sort of 12 and above, because we want to encourage families to take part if they want to. But at the centre, it's an adult service. Yeah. So if somebody does come to us for help and they're 16, 17, which does happen occasionally, of course we'll welcome them in and make sure that we put a little bit of support around them, but we'll work really quickly to get them to the right place.
So you'll always signpost people to where they need to be?
We'll accompany them, we'll take them, or we'll get them in a taxi. We'll make sure, and we'll speak to the people at the other end to say, you know, Fred is on his way to you now, and can you let us know when he arrives? So we'll look after people in that way, but that's not our specialism, that's not what we do really. So we are an adult service. But it's open door, so anybody and everybody can come. As regards volunteering, we do the whole sort of gamut as well. So we talked about the different types of volunteers, and we work with our corporate partners, who are amazing and support us throughout the year on loads of different levels and different sort of ways. We have a full menu, so people can come and do team days. Yeah. So they might want to come down. You guys, instead of going out for Christmas somewhere, you might want to come down to our place and do a day's volunteering together.
See like what you did there on camera and that. Do you know what? That's the sort of thing I was getting up to last year, and I was saying to these, like, what you busy the next couple of days? You got a day off? Do you care about homelessness? Do you want to do something about it? Yeah.
That's a good line, isn't it? Do you care about homelessness?
Yeah, do you care about homelessness? Something we could do. Would you want to help out? Yeah, well, good. There's got an opportunity if we're going to go and do some filming. Yeah. And now you've turned the tables on me and done it with me. Perfect. So now I've got to go down there and volunteer. Otherwise I'll look terrible. You
do stuff for us all the time, but anytime we're all about sort of crossing streams and getting different people involved. But yeah, people can come down and do team days, or just contact us through the website, or contact me directly if you want to share that information. And they can come and just volunteer under their own volition, just as a member of the public. And then we have, of course, we want people to be involved in campaigns and in the Sleep Out and in all the different events we do. When we're coming to the football next year, we definitely want lots of support there, and we're looking for sponsorship.
We're going to be running a few videos on that podcast leading up to it. You're going to be involved, me and Scotty as well. I'm going to be promoting that, getting people involved, because that football game this next year, we'll obviously raise the bar and we'll smash that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we're looking at building it. Jason is looking at building the football team again, because we've got a real sort of, you're preaching to the converted. There's loads of people going, when can we? Yeah. And it's just funding. We just need to get the money together so that we can give them decent equipment and kits and stuff, but also give them good time.
What about a decent manager all this time? Because he was the manager last time, wasn't he?
I think he was great.
You thought he was Pep Guardiola, didn't he? He was proper getting into it, wasn't he? With his tactics and that. He did really well, Jace.
He's brilliant at morale, isn't he? He's brilliant at morale.
Yeah,
there's no good asking me if he's a good manager, because I'm
I'm only joking.
Just try and score. And,
he's a great guy, and I've known Jace for a little while, and he's one of the
should get him on.
I'll tell you what, I think he could do it on his own. I'd go and have a brew when he was on it. He loves to chat with the old Jace, but and it's great to see him sort of helping out and doing so well there. He's part of the staff, and now he's
brilliant. He runs the inclusion programme, which is a unique programme to our knowledge across Greater Manchester, where he works with people who struggle to be in certain environments, or might have been evicted from lots of places because of sort of anger issues or behavioural issues that they've presented in the past. Anger's a secondary emotion. There's lots of other stuff going on, isn't there? So how Jay tries to deal with it is to really connect with the person and build a rapport, and then see how we can get them involved and sort of back in society, because nobody wants to be excluded. Nobody wants to be the person that can't go in places, because it just adds to the problem. So I think you should definitely get Jason on. He's brilliant at what he does.
He is good. You all I can't say enough good things, and I do feel honoured to be part of it, and I'm grateful for you asking me to be a trustee. I really am. And whenever I go to the Booth Centre, when I first went in there, I was in there for 5 minutes getting directions, and when I went back I thought it might be a bit heartbreaking at times, but it isn't. It's uplifting. I know a lot of people going through a lot of struggle there, and I've been in those positions myself. This is why it's close to my heart as well. I've been in a position that's similar to what the people there find themselves in, and I had help. I had people that helped me.
Yeah.
And when you go in a abuse centre, you see the help that people get, and you see how they pass that on. Some of the volunteers have been people that have used the service and then have come back to volunteer and help out. It's really uplifting. And there's links in the description as well, so you can get involved anyway, whether it's your time, if you can make a donation, anything you can do, spread the word. You might just share it on social media. That, you know, I know times around you might not be able to donate. You can always help out in any way you can. Every little bit helps. Kate, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You know, you've got nothing to be nervous about now. You're just taking over now. It's a second nature to you, innit? Do you know what I mean? It'll be the Kate show next. Don't worry about it. We'll be back soon as well. Scotty will be back. That's been Kate from the Booth Centre. I've been Jay. This has been Scotty and Mai. Thanks for watching.